Tammy Duckworth, the Democratic senator from Illinois and a pilot herself, wants the Federal Aviation Administration to investigate Boeing's disclosure history of 737 MAX flight deck features to pilots.
In a letter, Duckworth highlighted January's mid-flight door plug blowout on a 737 MAX 9 jet, you may remember. She said neither the pilots nor crew of the Alaska Airlines flight knew the cockpit door would automatically open during rapid depressurization. Duckworth says this isn't the first disclosure withheld, pointing to a MAX 8 design flaw that ultimately led to two deadly crashes in 2018 and 2019.
Boeing told CBS News that it is committed to continued transparency and sharing information with our regulator and operators.
Let's bring in aviation reporter for the Wall Street Journal, Andrew Tangel. Andrew, one of the criticisms here is that FAA inspectors have a conflict of interest, many of them former Boeing employees. But what exactly would the FAA be looking for if an investigation were to get underway, and how do we alleviate those concerns about a conflict?
Well, the FAA would presumably look at the decision-making process for how Boeing and its own employees approved the manual that pilots wound up relying on. There's a lot that goes into creating a manual for the flight crew. Not everything about how the plane operates is included in a manual. There is some concern, among the aircraft manufacturers that they might overload pilots with too much information. However, pilots often like to know exactly how the plane operates, including in particular emergencies such as this. And we saw that pilots were surprised to find out how the cockpit door responded to the rapid depressurization here. And so presumably the FAA would look back to see why this wasn't disclosed, whether it matters, why its own staff went ahead and approved the manual anyway, if they knew about it and so forth. But we'll have to see how this unfolds.
You know, if I was driving a car and the design feature was that those doors would blow off, I would want to know it. So I can understand why pilots may be interested in hearing that. So what actually, though, would regulatory action against Boeing look like if Senator Duckworth is successful? And how might that affect the airline industry as a whole?
Well, if there is any type of enforcement action, there could be some sort of fine or corrective action, but that's getting way far ahead. I mean, Boeing has went ahead and issued new language about the cockpit door for at least this particular aircraft, if I recall. But we'll have to wait and see. I mean, who knows what they might find, or whether or not they think there's any misstep by Boeing there, and if so, what the remedy might be. The impact on the aviation industry overall, too soon to say, really.
All right, Andrew Tangel, thank you.